Hello there, how are you doing? Um, I will rearrange quick uh, the stuff from this character so I can have the stuff better um, sustain stuff. It will go this way. I will put some and well, I don't need that. Um, Maybe like this. These are all activated. What active? What I call them? Passive and active. Yeah, and these are the two sustained. Yeah. Okay. But for her, it's also going to be these two here and this right there. Okay. I think it's done. Okay. So, oh, and she has some power. We need an expert combat here, so I need to put it right there. Passive. Okay. So she. This is sustained. Yeah. This is activated. Okay. She has the same thing. Okay. Perfect. I'll just save this thing over here, and it's good. Very fast. Okay. Let's go here.
Mother, where are... Have you seen my mother?
Bitte. That depends. Who's your mother? You poor thing. Did you and your mother get separated? Yes, I have. She's over there somewhere. Poor thing.
Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Do you know where your father is? Come with me. I'll help you look your mother. Look for your mother. You know.
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
I don't think your mother. I don't think she's coming, child.
Why not? Why would she leave me here?
The mean man killed her. She's dead. I don't think she meant to leave you. Don't worry about that now.
But she must be coming.
Yes, well, good luck with that. Don't be a fool. She's dead. You can't stand here forever. What if she doesn't show? Come with me. I'll help you look for your mother.
I don't know. Maybe I should go home and look for her.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll take you to your farmhold if you like. No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
Then what should I do? I have nowhere to go. And I'm hungry.
Come with me. I'll help you look for your mother. Go to the chantry, child. Someone will look after you. Here, take this silver. Buy something to eat. Go to the chantry.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice lady. Kind of like Mother. I should go look for her.
Okay. Just in case.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Of course. Or we could not talk.
Oh,
I'd keep your voice.
I like when they talk. That's what I was kind of staying
Tell
there.
them what's a new army, but is it to fight them Darkspawn or those nobles
Let's
shouting against it?
go in the
I've no
video.
idea.
I think this video will be all Lotharing, I guess.
Well, look what we have here then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a woman by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen her?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
It looks like he wants a fight. I'm happy to oblige. What makes you think we're traitors? I don't need your help, miss. Please stand back. Let's talk about this before things get out of hand. What do you think?
Tern Loghain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill the sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
I don't want them reporting to Loghain. The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Cailan's. Loghain did. They aim to butcher us. They deserve no mercy. Take a message to Loghain.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
They're running right now. The Turn left the king to die. You really are blind to kill them. Take a message to Loghain.
The wardens led the king to his death. The turn could do nothing.
Take a message.
What do you want to tell him?
The Grey Wardens know what really happened. He'll pay for what he's done. We're coming for him. We have to do better than this.
I'll tell him. Right away. Now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
And who are you, anyhow? It's alright. I was happy to save your life. I appreciate what you tried to do. So I see. Where does a sister learn to fight like that? It's time for me to leave.
Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
And is there something you wanted from me? What does that mean? I'm Lisa, pleasure. You can call me Lisa, if you must. I was.
I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
I'm sorry, sister, but you are very mistaken. Why so eager to come with me? I will need help, that's true. And just what help would you be to me? Why are you eager?
The Maker told me to.
The Maker is on my side. Welcome aboard then. Right, I believe this is where I back away slowly. Can you elaborate? The first one.
Then you believe me? I knew the Maker had sent a true dream. A vision that by serving you, I serve his holy plan.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Well, the dog is out.
Indeed.
The billionaire is in. So,
Of course. It will be done.
What's soldier there? Oh, she can.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
There we go. We can do that now. That's why I put her there.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you? I must be going.
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service? What should I help you? I'm not interested. What should I?
The Blackstone Irregulars fought alongside the King's army against Orlais. We've helped nobles defend their land and given our service to people in need for generations. Our current captain, Raelnor, is an honorable man who sees that we can do some good in Ferelden once more. He is so confident in our mission that he trusted the Grey Wardens would support us.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
The scrapping barrel. Let's see, we need 3 people here. And we have 3 places here. So another refugee.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
I
just play what the innkeep asks. He needs his coins to travel north.
Okay.
Is anywhere safe here?
No, I will cost.
I don't want any trouble. Please, don't hurt me.
So,
We're gonna make more trouble. It's about all we can stand in Lothering now.
sorry about the mess. I'm not here to make trouble. And what if I am? I'm sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
I'll be going. I don't suppose you have any rooms. Have you heard any rumors? Who were those men I fought exactly?
When Tien Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Yes, it is. Of course not. You keep that to yourself.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tien says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
You don't suppose?
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Okay. What you heard?
I hear that Tien Logain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astergard. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. Anything else I can get you?
I will be getting some coffee done, and I will press heard any rumors, so when they start repeating, it's meant like they said anything else. Probably we can get codexes from this, so.
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tyrn Loghain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost.
Anything else I can get you?
Some folks aren't happy about Tyrn Loghain being named Regent. There are rumours he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyrn Loghain couldn't save the king from that end, then nobody could.
Anything else I can get you?
With King Cailan dead, the throne falls to Queen Anora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Cailan's father, old King Merrick, would have approved.
Anything else I can get you?
I heard from some travellers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. A merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back.
Anything else I can get you?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyrn Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen.
Anything else I can get you?
I hear tell they held a funeral in Dinnerham for King Cailan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable.
Anything else I can get you?
There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rare to find. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe. More likely they got tired of searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights.
Anything else I can get you?
I hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was probably poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it?
Anything else I can get you?
Something's going on at the Major's Tower at Lake Callanheart. Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying. Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Majors are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all.
Anything else I can get you?
Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The Blight, most likely, poor sods.
Anything else I can get you?
The crafters of the Pearl Brothel are threatening to close their doors if they aren't finally recognised as a true guild. Ha! Can you imagine? As if the men weren't good enough.
Anything else I can get you?
I've heard a lot of stories of bands of Darkspawn roaming the countryside far north of the Kokori Wilds. They just seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear just as fast.
Anything else I can get you?
I heard a strange rumour the other day. King Cailan was not really Merrick's son, you see. Merrick's real son is hidden in the bowels of Denham's palace and has been since he was born. I suppose they feed him cakes all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple. Or a mage. Merrick's real son, a mage. Can you imagine?
Anything else I can get you?
I hear from folks travelling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brazilian forest. Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk.
Anything else I can get you?
There's a nasty rumour going around that the Grey Wardens are evil and that they worship the Archdemon. They're the ones that caused the blood. They were getting upset, see, that there was no use for them anymore, so they summoned up the Archdemon to do their bidding. It would explain a great many things.
Anything else I can get you?
Habron, daughter of the Earl of Southreach, has spent an exorbitant amount of her father's coin buying puppies. No one knows what happens to the puppies, and she buys a new one every week.
Anything else I can get you?
I've heard a rumour that the reason Queen Enora has never produced an heir is that she's barren. It's a curse from the Maker for bringing a commoner into the royal line. Until someone of royal blood is put on the throne, there will never be an heir. It seems the royal line of Calenod has been broken for good now. Anything else I can get you? There's talk that King Cailan was cheating on the Queen and she found out about it. That's why Tyrn Loghain abandoned Cailan at Ostergard. Anything else I can get you? Unless he sold the young Orlesian woman that married Arl Eamon, I hear tell she tried to poison her husband so she could marry his brother, Bantegan. Maker's honest truth. Anything else I can get you? Arl Urian wasn't truly killed at Ostergard. His son, Lord Von, hired Antivan crows to kill his father before he ever reached the battlefield, only to first be killed by a mob of elves himself. Anything else I can get you? I'm hearing many tales of corpses clawing out of their graves, all over. Not just people either, animals too. Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had buried behind his barn. Little thing came back to life and crawled up, mewling as loud as you please. His daughter was delighted, at least until he just about chewed her finger off. Strange days, I tell you. Anything else I can get you? It's said the North Road Inn serves a shepherd's pie containing actual shepherds. Seems the innkeeper has something against the flocks being brought too near his own fields. Anything else I can get you?
He's kind of getting some spicy.
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
There we go. He hasn't anything else to say. Finally.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Show me what you got. You run a food? Don't worry about him. I took care of it. Know of any well-paying work in Lothbrok?
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Huh? Show me what you got. Okay. We have Lilium. We have elf fruit. We have some flasks. We can do some stuff here. Don't want to spend a ton of it. Let me just get like 30. Fine. What else? Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, this is not a gift. I need to pick up my coffee, so I will be back in just a couple of minutes. It's not ready yet, but we will be continuing with this. We need all that we can. This is the Mabari Crunch. Oh, this one too. Don't need that. So, let's see her. Okay. And she needs the okay. This is for her actually. But we cannot, just not enough dexterity. Let me just now we put this thing. Beneficiation. One armor. Oh, this is an amulet. Okay. Good to know. Does she know how to make? Oh, doesn't know how to make traps. Okay, that's weird. So let's say that I want I don't know what.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
You know.
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
Poison. I have doubled to such thing. Poison makes the blood. What do you need poison?
Well, my farm is far from town. I'm not embarrassed to say I'm nervous about Darkspawn. I've got some traps around the place. I've heard the poison hurts them beasties just as good as anybody else.
What if some refuge triggers the trap?
Well, then those bleeding sad salts should stay off my land, eh? Besides, these days, any folk out at night is more than like to slit your throat. Can you make poison or not?
Does a hair-brained idea? If you ever had one. Well, let's say two.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
What you got? I completely forgot about this one. I don't know about this. This is requires trap making. So, I don't know normal traps.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
Show me what you got. Small traps. D3. Syringe with kit. Recipe. I don't know if I want to buy them. Let me check the coffee now. Okay, I'm back. So she can do some poison. What if poison he needs? Othering, poisonous. Multiple poison traps. The venom. Go do the trick. Venom. So he needs 3 venom. There we go.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have what you asked for.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, hey?
I suppose this person is somewhere.
As you like.
No, anything else. Okay.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it, as if they didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it.
I will save it. There is a woman here. I just bought these things. These small traps. If they are not what she wants, I might restart the game before like this, and try to have these. I don't think that she will have the skills leveled up. Doesn't say when you can level this up. She is, I think that's each couple of levels, 3 levels or so. So I don't know.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
What do you need traps for? Sorry, can make traps. I can help you, farewell.
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Why don't you just buy some? Then he has poison traps on his land. Sorry, can you make traps?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry. Lothering doesn't have any more.
So what I'm going to do,
more beds
because
for refugees.
we just saw that we cannot make them. I don't know about something else. Let me just check something. Because he says,
Well, I still don't have food to sell.
he has trap trigger. Well, let's keep going and have last. Maybe we can put something.
So what does a darkspawn look like anyhow? Have you ever seen one?
Can't say I want to.
We're probably going to see plenty sooner or later.
Oh, wait.
So later. Much later.
Go barrel. I will talk to her later. Because we know
They
that.
say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you cold in the head. True. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them
It's
until they
done.
were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Okay. Before talking to that woman, I think that I should go back and try to see if there is some...
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
I want to open the chests. They are closed. So I want to see if there is some missing. So we are now returning there. Okay, nothing here. Good.
I'm just here to keep watch.
Okay. Need to go back to some places. So now it is.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
What's going on here? What? You think I'm a refugee? Actually, I was more hoping I could help you. Never mind, farewell.
Ever since good King Kalen passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type.
What?
Too much to do, and not enough time.
Do you need any help?
I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Sorry. I don't, but my friend does. I'm afraid not. Never mind, farewell.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Okay. A new quest. Bone transplant. She needs Lesser health qualities. I already have them.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I don't need to. I didn't need them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know. Thanks for the poultices. They may save some lives.
But she can do them. So she can do these things, but I'm saving for something greater.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars. Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows. But what about my food? I said enough!
The carnage we left in the
carnage
wilds
we left in the
was
wilds was
horrifying.
horrifying.
You know.
Shokke basitisra, marade starit. Abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun. You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
Are you a prisoner? Who put you here? What are you? Then I will leave you to your fate.
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Emily is a place to meet you. And I just... What are you... And just what are you doing there? Unari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I find myself in need of a skilled help. What did you do to end up in there? I could give you some food and water. I could end it for you now if you prefer.
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Aren't you interested in seeking out torment? Who did you murder? Are you guilty? Capturing you must have been difficult. How long have you been here?
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders. Death will be my atonement.
How there are other ways to redeem yourself. So you would prefer to die? I suppose you're right.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight. I am only past great importance. What do you care? So long as you're free.
Importance is a matter of perspective. From here, very little seems meaningful. The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then?
What are you ask? Yes, I am. I am not.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
There we go. we have a canary.
Right away.
So we need to go back. Just going back and forth, back and forth.
As you like. Mm-hmm.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars. I won't read these ones if I don't have another choice here.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
I mean, in this type of quests, not important quests. I read it once, so.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you then?
Nothing important. I want to talk about Sten, the canary imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Is there any way I can convince you to release him? What did he do? What if this causes an incident with his people? I want him freed. I might have use for him. What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
Are you certain he did it? What would make him do such a thing?
He would not say, though he acknowledged his guilt. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That canary is a danger.
What if this causes?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
Steady.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody. For a certain lie, I've come to return him to his people. Intimidate. I think you should consider this stance now, as opposed to no.
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the canary might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
So the quest, we will free Sten
I'll do it.
Just 51 minutes and I haven't killed anyone. Great. Oh, but we'll kill something now. Let me check.
Those are all right.
Okay. I was trying to see something.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
You wish something more of me?
Well, I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
Doesn't matter. You can be free. She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well. I'll let you out. How can you help us exactly? And if I choose to do something else with you, well...
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Yes, that do. And what if I don't lead you to your atonement? And if you annoy me and decide to kill you, thank you, Stan. Glad to have you with us. I don't want your help. You're just free to go. I will be like second or fourth. Second.
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Thank you. Accept. So we completed something bad. Oh, so far away. Just got something sweet for eating with a coffee. There we go. Crunchy. Oh, I need to for things. Sustain. You up. Activated. Activated. Sustain. Activated. No, activated. 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 There we go. And of course, this thing. There we go. So, let's try to see if there is something else I can pick up. There we go. Some more chests.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
It's a gotcha!
Okay. Nothing? They don't drop anything? Okay.
It will be done.
There we go. We don't need this part yet. We don't need that. Oh. It was kind of.
Will be done.
Let's make this quick.
As you say. Very well.
Probably need something. Yeah.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome. Just how obliged exactly? I wasn't trying to save you, trust me.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandor. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I thought you want to travel with the Grey Warden. It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along. I'm not going the same way, trust me. King's business, I'm afraid.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Okay, they're there, and that's not what I intended to, but okay, not there. It's kind of religious.
Enemies ahead! Very well. It will be done.
You have done what you are. I tried to be merciful.
Yes. Will be done.
Let's end it. Cross me and you shall pay. Bring me on.
As you say.
finished the quest, but
As you say.
Two groups room.
Yes.
It's Scarlet wounded. Oh my.
Done with you now.
What is it?
Okay. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was sweet. Click the landmark, but otherwise.
Yes.
It's your time to shine.
As you say. My hand. Very well. As you say. Very well.
There we go. don't have anything. We just went everywhere. It's kind of need to go back.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
As you say.
That's horrible. Laggy.
Ding. Just wildlife. It will be done.
Hopefully you do not fight anything you smell.
Nothing? Nothing? Okay. From the body of the boy's mother and have recovered. Keep safe. Oh boy. Oh, level up.
On it. All right.
Now you die!
Let's end this!
Nothing? Not a pelt or anything? Okay. I need to go back, I guess. I turn to the chamber there. I turn to the chamber again. Sometimes I forget that maybe some of you never played this game. Well, if I show you exactly everything, you'll be like, oh, but what he said? Well, play it and you'll see. Of course, I'm certainly so sure that you will do way better than I did.
We found someone sleeping in our field.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Off I go.
There we go. So, Mhm. So this was nothing else. Nothing else, right? Let me check. Real quick. Nothing else.
Greetings, Grey Warden. What can I do for you? Travel safely.
Nothing else.
Yes? What can I do for you now?
Nothing.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Amazing. So we are leaving. So we're leaving. Okay.
Done.
Nothing else. We cannot help the girl.
Don't suppose you're... Oh.
Before we go, let's see if we can get something else. I don't know why I think that I will need these ones later on. I have the feeling. Okay.
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask the question...
Because it hurts my manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
My, you are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must have been very proud.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
We will...
Old Man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Sorry, I can make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
But I cannot talk to her.
Lothering doesn't have any more beds for refugees, but they keep coming.
Ha! You see them soldiers run like frightened children? Way to go!
Thank you.
Ha! You see...
I've got a cousin in the Templars. He said...
as I still don't have food to sell.
We have a recipe. So let's buy the recipes. And the rest is okay. So, well, there we go. Nothing else. Cook. Let's see. Something.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Very well.
Okay. We are ready to go. Woo.
So Terran Loghain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
Do they need something else?
Thanks for the poultices. They may save some lives.
Okay. I think there is something if you choose the stand and talk to the mother will say something, but you should go and try that yourself. They're not there anymore. Okay. We're ready to go. Maybe some strength. There we go. Oh, power. There we go. And she has more level. Is this 30. And we put one in cunning. Oh, I need a level 9. Spend 30 minutes. Sustain. Activated. I think that I would go for this one. No, it doesn't allow me that. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. And release. Gather your party and legend forth. Yes.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seemed so real. Must have been something I ate. What are you telling me? I'm fine.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon? Is that the dragon? But didn't Duncan just tell everyone that? Are these dreams going to happen a lot?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
I'm not frightened. Any other surprises I should know about? You could have told me earlier. Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Okay. I suppose. Okay. Say, because sometimes I want to talk to them and I want to have some sort of response, and I get the wrong response, like we saw earlier. So, let's talk to Alistair.
What do you need? Ask away. Such as they are. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
I can ask him something yet.
Yes?
I'd like to talk. I think you should go. Never mind.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours, what was life like in the Chantry cloister? What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
What then? So, it's just a dream? Why said it's a vision? You dream of the blight. Doesn't mean anything.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
That's just wishful thinking, Liliana. And this made you want to help me. Did you keep voices? I don't need your master interfering in my life.
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
The Chantry says the Maker has left us. The blight is the Maker's punishment. Will you defy him? I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
J'approve. Okay, 2. Okay.
Yes? Well, here I am. Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Condescending? How so? Yes, they tend to be self-righteous. That's why I'm not particularly fond of them. Condescending.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I don't really want the Makers looking in on me anyway. What did you say to them? I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry. But you must earn the Maker's blessing.
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong, but it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now. Yes?
Want to talk?
Well, here I am. What is meant by someone like me?
You just don't seem to belong in a cloister. You know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself sounds shameless, preachy, like all other Chantry zealots. They don't teach you how to fight in a cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Oh. What did you do before that? Affirmed? And why were you seeking safe harbor? So your skills were learned before your time in the Chantry.
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Hi. What about Alistair? 22, still. Morgan, -3. Liliana, 2 neutral. Oh, I've chosen the wrong ones. Ah, bad. There is a website when you can go and check all the answers for you, so you can have the best outcome.
Yes? Well, here I am.
You were a traveling mystery.
Of course I did. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about Darkspawn. You know... know any stories from Orlais? Do you know any further legends? There was another story I wanted to hear.
Chantry lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, They thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin, and it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris. Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Go ahead, that sounds interesting. Actually, I don't have time for this right now. That sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue, please. I saw that coming. Perhaps we could continue this at a later date.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Go on. Did you win the tourney?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the jousts, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
I was hoping for a happy ending. It's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freya, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier. I know one, taught to me by my mother a long time ago, that always chill me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Yes, I have heard of Flemeth. Flemeth, Morgan's mother, was called Flemeth. I met Flemeth in the Curry World once. I don't believe I heard Flemeth.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mist?
What does it matter? She didn't really introduce herself as such. She looked like an average old woman. They probably just have the same name.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also said that Flemeth mourned her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Tell me the whole story. It was once beautiful. I don't have time to discuss Plymouth right now.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Higher, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
What happened then? Oh, the plot thickens. And we don't have time for the rest of the story.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kukari wilds with the chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many years, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Higher, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned the Fey demon, intending to wreak vengeance on Conobar, but a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth, turning her into an abomination. The halls of the castle run red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many chasing men, and with their help begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kukari wilds.
There was...
Which one?
Do you know anything about the deluge? What do you know about Andrastes? I thought of it just now, but it slipped my mind.
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from Britain's Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
It didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dells for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of a new chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out an open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against the Vinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fate, and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
What do you know about Andraste?
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Indra Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victory converted many to the worship of the Maker.
Tell me about Shotan again. How did Andraste die? Let's move on.
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Mafra, the chieftain of the Alamari tribe himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Mafra began to see their own wrong waning in significance, as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Mafra made a pact with the Arcasarian to Vindenta, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Mindanao, the capital of Vindenta.
Vindenta is a country, doesn't it? Why did the Maker not save her with his power?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his life on her at that moment? Well, how was he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Tell me about Shotan again. Tell me about Andraste again. Let's move on. Save. He has 5 approval. Seven. Go.
Yes. Well, here I am.
Let's move on. Then.
Why are we stopping?
Never mind, let's keep moving. I think we should talk for a moment. We're working together and I think I should get to know you. Let's just get a few things straight. I need to know if I can trust you at my back. Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks. What's your hurry?
I have given my word to protect you. We are not people of idle promises.
I never said could never before. Tell me about your people. You said you were in the army.
No.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that. And said, no, why not? Please. I wasn't expecting that.
Get used to this equipment. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized with easy reference and manner of the elves are alive, pointing to people who excel our poverty.
A little hostile, are we? No, you said you went down.
I am.
Have you ever fought in a war? What made you decide to become a soldier? What would the Qunari send soldiers here?
I have always fought war, human.
Okay. What do you mean by that? So you must know your way around the battlefield then?
Some of them, they are all alike.
Are you always this bad about answering questions? Well, forget it, never mind.
As you wish.
Maybe you will be very negative about this. Oh, okay.
Yes.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting as you observed.
That's not what I meant. Very funny. Do you have to be so little? Cute in the stunning type I see.
Your grasp will be obvious and remarkable.
Fine, let's drop this for now. Are you going to answer my question? You're impossible. Just tell me. You don't like me much, do you?
Warn me if I do this like you would leave. That I am still here. You may interpret our relations.
Fine. Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Sure. Over anything else.
I want to discuss something
Speak
later.
then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I have a question.
I am honest.
Why did you come to Ferrodon?
To answer a question.
What was the question? You came all this way for that. What was the answer? What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is light. But his curiosity made me now here.
Don't you have to report back then? What's an arrow shock? Or can I care about the plight? What's an arrow shock?
The one commandment is the Anton, the body of the Qunari.
Okay, so why does he care about the blight? So he's your king? Did you find the answer to this question?
Portion of it.
But you had to report back.
Yes.
So what are you still doing here then? What are you doing to do that? Well, you can see you're right on top of that.
I cannot go home.
Why not? I'm sorry. Well, you can stay with us.
It doesn't matter now. We move on. We keep our dogs on waiting.
Okay, let's go.
As you wish.
Okay, he approves. Okay. He approves. And we have...
Good to see you, my timely rescuer. Hold on, once again. I saw your camp to myself. What? I safely placed there all evening than in the camp of the play. I'm willing to offer you a fine discount you can bring about present. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay, just mind yourselves. Let me see your wares, Bodan. Have you been following us? What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all lines of quality. No cheap interest here. And my voice sounds to be a bit of a hand with enchantment. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes it hard for financing. If there was a spare hand, I would have done so long ago.
Free to stay. Have you...
I can see why you might disagree with me, or I would feel the same way. Trust me when I say that my handling you here was serendipity and nothing more. I tried a lot, so I bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regret, you're safe from modern this boat, without a doubt.
You're free to stay.
Wonderful. Kind boy.
Thank you, kind lady.
It won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. You should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy, otherwise come speak with me.
Oh, thank you.
Hello.
Boy's a bit simple, but his was rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquilers that was actually called him, what was he now? Must advance. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantment does he do? I want some enchanting done. But
Keep Lyrian into almost any weapon or piece of armor. So now naturally some of the more extravagant material take more Lyrian. Now. It's a process, and some of the masters back into my boy here is just as that. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
There you have it.
I'd like to see it, but
I'll do that for you. Come with me.
good. So we have health, lesson, and then he has these things, so we don't need to worry about those. But he has a bag. Ooh, it's so expensive. Okay. Okay. Just completed a quest, which is enchantment. So I will leave the game here, and we need to talk to Morgan next and keep going. So, well, thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Have a lovely day.